Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back after a while and a lot of grinding. Lot of grinding. And that last level was tough. So, had to use a heal. Maybe 2 heals? How many heals did I use? Just 1. We did, I did some, like I said, some grinding. This spear belonged to a gentle and mild-mannered man. He lived in shame for a certain antisocial tendency, so he avoided the company of strangers and lived deep inside the forest with his brothers. He led a quiet life until one day the Empire attacked his land, slaughtered his brothers, and torched his house. In despair, he tried to commit suicide, but just as he was about to die, a malicious fairy came to him and forced him into a pact, saving his life. As the price of his pact, he lost his sight. But with his newfound power, he rose up against the Imperial forces and fought to save the world from the tyranny of the Empire. Alongside the voiceless savior, he prevented the end of the world. Though he was now a hero, his shameful tendencies remained, so he returned to his life of solitude and a vilified exile. Well, that's sad. I also leveled up Hanch's spear. The chaser in the fortress city to the west was a master of his craft. The nobles had him decorate their armor, however, he wouldn't let anyone into his shop and went out at night without telling a soul where he was going. In time, his wife grew suspicious and tried to follow, but she lost him in the cemetery near the outskirts of the city. One night, the chaser's wife decided to wait for her husband in the cemetery. Sure enough, the chaser arrived soon afterwards and began to dig up a freshly buried coffin. Horrified, his wife ran away without saying a word. When she collected her thoughts, she decided that it was high time she had a look inside her husband's shop. What she saw there were corpses dressed in armor and matching accessories, and her husband dancing naked among them. The chaser had brought back dead bodies and clothed them in his richly decorated creations. Maddened by disgust and despair, she lunged at her husband, impaling herself and him on a spear held by one of the grotesque mannequins. Several days later, the couple was discovered skewered together and surrounded by corpses. The offending spear, notable for its exquisite chasing, eventually found its way into the hands of Hanch. Okay. You're still working on Zangpo. Is there anything? Still working on Yaha. And I don't. Nothing super of note. I wonder if this is gonna get as powerful as that at level 1. Well, that'd be interesting. Anyway. Yeah, so stuff and things. Is this in a box? Free expedition Grand Shrine basement floor. That's what it says. I don't know where we start or what we do, so... Oh, I picked the wrong one. I don't want to do that. Might get hit. No! Please hold. Grand Shrine, not Courtyard. Correct? Correct. Yeah, idiot. I've been making a path out of bricks, laying bricks, sand, levelage, all that stuff. It's a lot of work. Especially because the saw blade, the first blade that I bought was awful and took like 10 minutes to cut one brick. And then I bought another blade that was only 7 inches, and I have a 10-inch miter saw, so I have to rotate the bricks to do it. And I bought the 7-inch one which is more for a circular saw than a miter saw, but you know. Because it was 20 bucks and it cuts really good. But I have to rotate the bricks to cut through them completely. Well, that's a pain in the ass. But a 9-inch blade, because I couldn't find a 10, was 80 bucks. So I went with the $20 7-inch and just kind of dealing with the rotations. Ow. No way is very strong. Nobody else is like anywhere close. Well, that's not true. Let's see where we're at. 86. 61. 52. Is he stronger than Noe? No. 56, yeah. Nowhere close! But I mean, the game's kind of set up that way, right? Oh, they backspawned. They backspawned! Interesting. Is this gonna close on me? No? Okay. Just checking. That's not what I wanted. Oh. Right, okay. Yeah, grinding away, getting stuff taken care of. I thought there was a weapon that I was grinding with Noe that I wanted to show you guys, but I don't remember. I truly, truly don't. The only time running around them is, like, possible. When they do that. Oh my god. And remember, this is with... Oh, you're open now, okay. Wait. No, you're closed at that end. Is this an ambush? No. Okay. Yeah. All that damage I took is 25% mitigated, you know? Stuff's hitting hard, my guys. There was one flying level where I kept dying. I was dying so much. And, like, I finally was, like, killing a few things per, like, run through, you know, and I had the 40% range defense thing on, right? Once I hit a certain level, they stopped doing so much damage. So it is, like, the game's like that, you know? Like a different... If you're in a certain level range, then you'll take less damage. Like, think like Borderlands, you know, like difficulty stuff. Or it's like, that guy's got a skull above his head. You need to gain a level, and then the skull will go away, and you'll be able to do actual damage to him. And he won't insta-gib you. Which, I mean, I guess they have stats, but 1 level's worth of stats doing, like, that much was kind of redonkulous. But it is, you know, new game +2, so the game is getting hotter. And I was worried, like, about the Angelus fight, you know? Like, that was the main, like, thing I was worried about. Super easy. Just, like, oh my gosh. I don't know if it's because I've gotten that much better at, like, flying or what, but didn't struggle at all. The Gizmore fight, the tower one, a little difficult, not too terribly bad. But the Gizmore, like the first Gizmore fight, like in the... You a trap? No, your money. The first Gizmore fight and like the throne room thing or whatever, where he's still human form. He's like doing the zip line thing. That fight, oh my god, that was so hard. And I was using... I think I was using this weapon at that point, and it was just like, jeez, dude. You know, and I was mitigating. I had the 25% physical damage thing on, but this spell, the spell on, yeah, I was using this because the spell on this weapon will interrupt him and like juggle him. So when he would like do a move that I couldn't dodge out of the way of, I'd cast the spell and just run him to a corner and then just start swinging at him and hope for the best. I mean, it worked, but holy cow, at what cost? You know? Okay. Do I not? Is this where I'm supposed to be going? No, this is second level. So it says level 1. Basement floor 1, which would be this. It's probably that chest over there. I mean, obviously, it's gotta be that chest, right? There's no other thing it could possibly be, but... How'd I get there? Yeah, so just the level scaling in this is a bit ridiculous. Like, yeah. That's why I never finished. I was like, you know... I could just play something else. And me and my dad were, you know, trading off playing it. Not that he remembers this game at all. But he really wanted to just play, like, Samurai Warriors. And then when, you know, Samurai Warriors 2 came out, he was all about that. So we just play that. No, hit the one that's... There you go. Not that I liked it as much, but he did. It's a lot less about, you know. Damn it. Like, a lot less mission focused, I feel like, than the first one. And, you know, he was just there for the mindless slaughter. I don't think we ever played Dynasty Warriors, but he probably liked that a lot better. As far as gameplay goes, I don't know if there's a guy that, like, matches what he's looking for, though. And a hero, you know? My dad's got a very Vince McMahon style on what a outlook on what a real man should look like, you know what I mean? You're going down? Hold up, guys. And we'll deal with you in a second. You're going up. Okay. Gonna switch off for her. He likes his zeros thick. And about them sissy types. Okay, up and down here. We're gonna go down. That could have killed me. Do you want to be health? No? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and heal. There we go. Get in there. Yoink. What's that put us at, does it say? 95. I don't know if that's counting that one or not. We should only have one more weapon left, so... Cool story, bro. Yeah, it's just like, geez, no wonder I never finished this. Yeah, it had to be because Dynasty Warriors or God of War, either one of those. We were playing a lot of God of War, like 100%ing the original. Pretty much beating it on very hard. All the things, you know. And then God of War 2 came out, and it was, you know, trying to figure that game out. And I beat that on hard, but not very hard. This is the stupid gauntlet thing. I couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Like, we tried so many times. You know what's crazy? As big of a Star Wars fan as he is, he never played Force Unleashed. And I feel like he would really like that. But, as we discussed, you know, the main character... God, what's the main character's name of that game? I can't remember. Garrett or something? Maven? I don't know. Gavin! That's what it is. Combine the two. Gavin something. Star Killer! Doesn't fit the big macho man stereotype. So... You mean this little sissy boy can just use the Force, huh? Like, yeah, man. It's kind of the whole point. You know? Luke wasn't a imposing force. Mark Hamill ain't no Schwarzenegger. What am I missing? I've gotten really good at just like blocking when I'm spinning the camera because you get hit. It's just a thing that happens. So, block is your friend. I did play a little bit of the second game, or not second game, the third game. And it's, oh my god, the writing and it's so bad. Was like, it's at the beginning of the end. Came out in 2015, so it's just, oh my god. So yeah. This is part of the Nier universe. These games are. And the first Nier game came out in 2010. And happens right after this game, or like storyline wise, it's either this game or the first game, like an alternate or something. I think it's right after this one, because Drakengard 3 is a prequel. So just order of, you know, release dates. We'll go ahead and I'll do that one next. And hope the writing's a little better. No, we could actually Zangpo this. And hope the writing's a little better. They just released a remaster for it. For PC, well, I don't know if they just released it, but it was on sale the other day. for like $20 when it's normally like 40, so I picked it up. So we're ready to roll on that once we finish this. So I'm kind of excited. There's more of this, you know, and then Nier Onomatopoeia, you know, being part of this, and people loved that, so should be good. Okay. Do I have... Yes, I do. There you go. Man, Yurik is just the king of chains. So good. I'm just gonna go ahead. Use my girl here. She does pretty good on these guys. Especially with this weapon. Yeah, so I just played Castle Goddess a lot to level her up. And then I did the District of the Heavenly Time or whatever to get Noe some levels, and I forgot what weapons I was using. There was like 2 weapons I was using for him. Just to go ahead and max those out. Used Yurik a little bit, but not a whole lot. I would switch to him when Noe was almost dead and get a combo going, and when health dropped, I'd switch back. I did go ahead and buy the experience orb, and wow, it's, yeah, the 30% extra makes a huge difference. You know, especially once you get the multipliers going. I did get up to a 2,000 hit combo on the District of Heavenly Time, like the story mission. There's so many enemies on that. So that was nice. I was using Yurik on that to keep that going. So that was a lot of fun. Completely unnecessary. Just doing 800 damage when it double hits. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. There we go. Oh, that killed him. Nice. Not sure if I knocked the guy behind me or not. No. Okay. Yeah, that extra little flourish there that does 400 damage for no reason. Pretty great. Ooh, that was close. Ah, I was hoping for health. This room will be good for me. Oh, sure, now you give me health. That's immediately eaten up. Noticeable difference in damage. But we gotta get to 150, so, you know. At least 150. No! No! I'm cheap. I want to spend money. Not that I need money for anything else at this point, but still, I gotta go to a different menu. It's a pain in the ass. I could probably buy. I'd be really close being able to buy all full of the party heals. Really close. What's the other one? Awful. That's what it is. It's awful. This one's easier. Does a lot of damage. Yeah, that combo has killed me before. If you're not wearing the defense thing, that combo will kill you. I think Yorick just has higher defense. Does he? It feels like he does. It's higher defense in that way. Or not. Definitely not. Holy cow. Higher strength, though. It has a growing stat. You know, if he was level 80 something, his strength would be astronomically higher than Noe's. Please be health. You're probably going to be money. I guess if you don't want to grind for money like I did on that first playthrough, you know, you can just wait. But then the weapons you're able to buy are going to be useless, but, you know. You don't have to level the weapons up. I'm only doing it for the little blurbs. I don't know, like hidden lore, not really hidden, but, you know, unlockable lore like that is one of my favorite things in games, so... Like the Jill's Diary, Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. If you get all the bits and bobs, all the files, if you collect every file in order in the game, you'll get access to her diary, and it's just like what happened between the first game and the third game. It's really good. And it's, you know, just that little extra that makes it worth it. Yeah. The problem is, you have to go back, you have to backtrack for it. And there is one room in the graveyard. Okay. Annihilate them. Oh, that's a lot of them. What are they? More soldiers. There's one room in the graveyard that has 2 files, and like it's not very intuitive which file's the first one to pick up. And I have messed up on that before. And that's like toward the end of the game, you know. It's not super early on. So you only get 3 saves to get an S rank, you know, so I usually save in that room for that reason. There's a couple times in the game I'll save just in case something goes horribly awry, and I mean, the Gravedigger fight can go poorly sometimes too, for me. I don't know what it is, it just, it does. And yeah, there's that. There's, once you get all the pieces for the trolley, Nemesis corners you in this little corridor. That can go bad for me. 23,000 money for that, though. It's pretty good. The Hero's Knife, that must be... That's gotta be Saray's weapon. Yeah, pretty sure. A little hero shorts, yeah. Right, he's the little hero. Powerful if used at close range. Interesting, it's actually really strong too. Like, holy cow. What am I using? I'm using that and some other... This one was a bitch. Could you take like 30% or 15% more damage? Leveling that up was awful. What is my other weapon right now? Oh, yeah. It's garbage. Swap her in there. So, alright, it's been 40 minutes. I'm gonna go and buy a bunch of stuff. Buy a bunch of healing items, and I will meet you guys back after this next chapter, chapter 11, verse 4. And then you get a free expedition in the Ancient Tomb Interior. So it's, we finally unlock the tomb as a free expedition. Like, holy cow. And you get When you beat the 3rd playthrough, you get 300,000 gold, Noe's super orb, or whatever that means, and the nice guy orb. So we can take a look at all the orbs, like in the last video. Not what I wanted. Just so you can, you know, see all the things, experience all the stuff, and then I'll never play this game again. It'll be a long time until I play this again. We'll say that. Not my fave. Look at that, 63 hours. The other playthrough, not nearly close to that. Because they had the chapter select. They just had that. It would have been so much. That was amazing, you know, ahead of its time. But I'll see you after this abomination of a place. That's all flying, so we'll see how well I fly around. I'll probably use all my healing items once or twice, that's for sure.